it going? I hope you all are doing amazing. If you're new here, hello. Welcome to my channel. I'm the Intuitive Rose. Nice to meet you. If you're not new here, hello and welcome back. I'm so happy you joined me again today. So today, y'all, we're going to do a reading on how does your boss feel about you in this moment. All right, so we do have 3 piles for you to choose from today. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and then pile number 3. All right, so feel free to choose more than one, only if you feel drawn to. And also, don't forget to check out the community tab page for your pick a pile message. All right, so with that being said, let's just begin. All right, so if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading, pile number 1. So let's see, how does your boss feel about you in this moment? All right, so we're first going to look at this image. As y'all can see, he is holding this light bulb. And the first thing I was thinking, I'm like, is pile number 1 breaking their back for their boss? Like, are you going above and beyond for your boss? So yeah, that's what it looks like here. So right now your boss definitely does feel like you are doing this, but there is an energy of reaching your breaking point. All right, so you could be someone that is always maybe picking up overtime. This could also refer to like your boss is always like asking for your help all the time, but they're not like increasing your pay, because you see how he's holding a light bulb but the light's not even on. So it's like you actually are seen in this light by your boss, but it's in a way of being used. All right, so it's possible you're not in a like manager, supervisor position. It's just you are someone in the group that your supervisor or boss seems that, you are helpful. All right, I'm just gonna sit there and say you're helpful. Your boss views you as someone very helpful, someone that will go above and beyond, but you are reaching, a limit here. All right, because yeah, if you look at him, like, he's dressed professional, so that's another thing. You come to work on time, you're very professional, you're available, you're always available, you guys. Now I don't know like how to put this, because this is your life, of course, but your boss definitely feels like you are someone that will probably not leave the company. But there is a shift in your energy. Like, I pick up on someone just noticing like, okay, maybe we're putting too much work on pile number 1, but it doesn't mean they're gonna like stop using you. I do feel like your boss is also like in the back of their head, I don't know, it feels like they may try to bribe you or something. I don't know. Let's pull some tarot. Okay, so yeah, they could be known to bribe you, like after, they give you all this pile of work. They're like, oh, lunch on me, or oh, did you need help with some, like, I feel like, yeah, the death card was the first card that came out. I feel like they don't think, like, the thought is not occurring to them that you will possibly leave them. So it is definitely an energy of you maybe being there for a very long time. All right. But I do feel like there is something that just changed, something that just shifted. Maybe you guys are dealing with a death or an ending, maybe at home. It could be like even a pet or something that has your mind occupied. So you are still doing what you have to do, but it just feels like work may be a big task for you right now, like a burden right now, but you're still, again, showing up, doing what you do, and this is how your boss is viewing you right now. I do feel like they notice something affecting you, but they're not. It's so weird because they notice this, but they also don't really care. And I don't even mean to say it like that, you guys, but I feel like this is definitely a boss that likes you because of what you can do. What you can do for their company, what you can do as a worker, as an employee. You definitely show up and you give your best. You give your all. But things is looking a little gloomy here. As you can see, like, I felt drawn to pick the gray. background. So it's very like neutral. So I just don't feel like, yeah, I don't feel like you're liking your job right now or your boss, honestly. And your boss is definitely feeling this. But again, the thought is not occurring that it's possible you may be thinking of leaving. Some of you guys may be thinking of maybe just taking a break, like a long break. It could be like a month break or like, something shorter, 2 weeks or something. Could be like a medical leave as well. Yeah, because with the death card here, just... All right. Anything else, Spirit? For pile number 1, how does their boss feel about them in this moment? Can you please get another message? Some of you guys, Hawaii could be significant. I'm seeing like turtles and flowers. Ooh, whoa. Okay. They didn't flip over, so I'm going to just put it back. Anything else, Spirit? For pile number 1, how does their boss feel about them? We have the Empress. Okay, now I'm starting to see this differently. Some of you guys, you could be dealing with something with your mother. Maybe you have to take care of your mother right now. Like I'm picking up on someone that may be struggling with like dementia, Alzheimer's, something like that. Or your mom is just in need of help, okay? Take it how it resonates with your situation. But with the 9 of Wands here, I do feel like you got your hands full and your boss knows this. I do believe you may have vocalized something to them, a concern when it comes to a family member of yours, or the Empress calls to be like a daughter as well, a wife, take it how it resonates. This is a general reading. But I do feel like your boss is trying to, I don't know, it still feels like they're trying to just keep you busy. Like they have this mindset that, okay, maybe if they, I keep them busy, they won't, dwell or mope around over something. But it's like, no, this is something that involves home, The Chariot, I feel like you're dealing with a boss that really does not care about their employees' feelings at all. This could be also someone that maybe micromanages, but I just feel like they are someone that are how do I word it? We got the Chariot here. I just feel like they may push and push and push people thinking, oh yeah, it's better to keep them working. Like this is a job where they don't really like you just sitting and taking a break. Like, no, look for something to do. Like, I feel like this is the boss you have. And it is possible that you have been that kind of employee that, you always listen to your boss, or you're always that one that your boss doesn't really have to tell you what to do because you already do it, And yeah, I feel like it's not really a healthy connection with this boss and you. And I think you're also starting to realize that yourself. Like, I think that's why the death card was the first card that came out. It's like, okay, something changed. I'm seeing this in a different light now. Like, I don't think I want to do this no more. So I do feel like you are realizing that you are breaking your back for this person, and your boss knows that. And your boss may know also that you are going through something, personally, and they don't have no empathy whatsoever. They don't care. They're not cutting you slack. All right. They definitely do like control, and I'm going to just say it, part number 1, but you feed it. Okay. You definitely listen to them. I think you're making yourself too available. That's what this energy feels like. Now I'm hearing that song Unavailable by DeVito. So yeah, I think Spirit is encouraging you to definitely, if you need to take a break, take that break. Take the break. All right. October could be significant. November. Cancer is called like a Cancer sign, or maybe Cancer, something like that. I do pick up on something like a sickness, an illness, or it could be like mental health as well. Take it how it resonates, okay? All right, let's pull another, please and thank you, Spirit. How does your boss, I'm sorry, Lord. How does pile number 1's boss? Thank you. Got 2 Knight of Wands, and then we got the Ace of Swords. Okay. And then the World behind it. I think you will be leaving this job. the World card here, it almost feels like, yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh yeah, I don't think you're gonna be here forever, but I don't think your boss is thinking this at all. I don't think they're gonna see this coming. They might actually try to convince you to stay. The Knight of Wands came out and the Ace of Swords. So I do feel like they are viewing you as someone that, I'm not gonna lie, like your work or your work ethic, shall I say, has, decreased. You have not been showing what you're capable of, what you've been doing. All right. And like I said, there's something that's occupying your mind right now with the Ace of Swords here. I do feel like you are dealing with some kind of mental challenge, some kind of thought, some kind of thoughts. All right. Something that is definitely keeping you, preventing you from wanting to do this, wanting to work. It's definitely affecting your drive when it comes to work right now. All right. So your boss is something about numbers too. Like if you guys have to meet a certain requirement, so there's something about that decreasing. Okay. And if this is like a call center, you're not taking as many calls as, you normally do. You could be like the top one, the one that always takes the highest amount. And now it's like you're in the middle. And, if this is like a fast food restaurant, you're not as cheerful. You're not as happy. Like there's something that has changed in your mood. And this is how your boss is feeling about you right now. They're like, what's going on? Like, I never seen pile number one like this. But again, the thought is not occurring that maybe they're overworked. Maybe there is, they're dealing with something at home. And I do feel like you share something. I'm not going to lie, you guys. I feel like you definitely vocalize something with the Ace of Swords. That's confirmation. I feel like you came to your boss one-on-one, or maybe they heard something. They are aware of something. But again, they're not empathizing with you at all. Okay. I don't even like this. It just feels like, hold on. It just feels like this boss does not have no feelings. This boss may actually be a female. All right. Because the Chariot is a female on this card. I just say that because again, it's a female on the card. So your boss could be a male too, but there's definitely something about like feminine energy. So this boss seems to have all her or him employees do everything for them, and that is like that feminine energy. Let you be on the receiving end. But it's like, it's unfair because this boss is not acting as a team member. All right. And they're most likely getting paid more to do less. All right. Let's see. Anything else, Spirit? For pile number one, how does their boss feel about them in this very moment? We have Six of Cups, but it came out sideways. So yeah, something again with children. Again, this could be like a daughter, or you could be a daughter or son of a mom or dad, and someone's going through something. Okay, so take it how it resonates. But I feel like the Six of Cups, and then the Six of Wands is in the back of the deck. There's just something about you not putting much effort into something no more. Some of you guys, this could also like involve a promotion. Like they see you're not, you know what? Like, I don't really care. That 2-cent raise ain't gonna do nothing. Like, it's something like that. Your work ethic has changed. You're not as excited as you were maybe, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Take it how it resonates. But there's definitely been a shift in your energy. And it just feels like you may not care anymore. All right, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, the Five of Wands is in the back of the deck. I feel like you're really dealing with some personal things. And your boss is like... And honestly, you guys, if you have not shared anything with your boss, if you, did not share one bit, I wouldn't. I actually would not, because this boss, the energy that I feel, it doesn't even feel like they care anyway. It doesn't feel like it would change anything. because they see that you're overworked. They see this, but they're like, oh, well, who's going to do the work? Who's going to do the work? It's your job, it's no empathy. All right, let's pull one more card. Please and thank you, Spirit, for card number 1. How does their boss feel about them? Okay, 2 came out. Let's see. Oh my gosh, 10 of Wands and the 7 of Cups. You see what I mean? The 10 of Wands is like you are really working your behind off, and they're just adding and adding and adding. And I feel like, say you do have to, again, meet certain requirements, certain numbers, or you have to be at a certain level by the end of the day. Take it how it resonates. It feels like they're like not worried whatsoever about what's going on. Like, oh, I do see Ponder 1, they just almost had a mental breakdown, or they go into the bathroom a lot. They're taking, a break. Like, they do not care. They do not care. This job may, some of you guys, this job may be outside. It could be like yard work. It could be construction. If this is an office job too, I definitely do see like this boss, they're taking advantage of you. That's what I feel. All right. They feel like you are someone that they can take advantage of, but there's something changing about you now. All right. So I think I'm gonna end it there. This one's a little confusing. I don't know. I feel like your boss definitely gives mixed signals. They may act like they care someday, and the other day they're like, oh, I don't really care. Get back to work. It's this modern day slavery. I don't know. But point number 1, honestly, get yourself out of there, onto better. Work on yourself. If you feel like you need a break, take a break. Take a break. And like I said, even if it's just like 2 weeks or something, take a break. Because the 10 of Wands, I can feel the energy of like there's an overload right now. And it's a lot. So yes, with that being said, if this resonates with you, feel free to let me know. All right, so if you chose pot number 2, this is your reading, pot number 2. So let's see, how does your boss feel about you in this moment? So y'all, as soon as I was like shuffling the deck and, clearing the energy from pot number 1, I started hearing that song, I'm Up to Better Things. And yeah, it was like, I'm up to better things. I'm only doing it's gonna make me elevate, like something like that. So I was like, ooh, I see where this is going. Pot number 2, you could have just left your job, or you're about to leave your job. I love it. I love it. And I'm so drawn to the cup right now. So you guys could be like a coffee drinker, a tea drinker, like every day. You have something to drink. It could even be juice. It could be a protein drink. It could be a smoothie. Take it how it resonates. But I do feel like your boss sees you as someone that, you do get them fluids in. All right. This could also be like after tea, you're on to water. After water, you're on to your, what is it? The meal replacement shake, something like that here. So I do feel like you're someone that keeps yourself very, very hydrated. You could also have like a big water bottle, something like that here. Okay. But you see how this laptop's off? There's nothing written on these papers. It's like, what are you doing? What you doing? Pound number 2. All right. So I'm sorry, y'all. Your pile is definitely like, And it's funny because if you look at the paper, I can see words, but it almost looked like the paper's flipped over. So it's like, I'm not doing this today. So yes, I do feel like your boss may view you right now as someone that has either, you're done, you quit your job, put your 2 weeks, something like that. You're not putting in effort no more. Or you don't do your work. You just don't do your work, okay? And I'm laughing because this may be a job where there may be other people that, can, I don't know. It feels like when one person slacks, it doesn't really affect anything because there's so many people. So it's possible you do work in an environment that it is a lot of people doing the same thing. All right. So I do feel like you're in this energy, this vibe, like, you know what? I'm taking a break. I'm working smarter, not harder. I'm not overworking myself. So yes, pawn number 2. Definitely, I see that here. Something about the navy could also be significant. I'm now being drawn to the color of the image here. So some of you guys could be thinking about leaving this job to go into the Navy, the Army, military, you know. I do see that there. Or if any of you guys are thinking of leaving your job to start your own business, career, I see that. It almost looks like that's probably why the laptop's off and there's blank papers. It's like it's a brand new laptop. You just got it out and you just opened up a new page into your notebook. So this does give the energy of like refreshing, starting over. So yeah, you guys could be maybe looking for work from home jobs. You know, you're working on other things. Like I said, that song, I do feel like this is the pile that will most likely be already entrepreneurs, or they're moving to that next step to entrepreneurship. Like I can see that here. Okay, so your boss definitely does feel like you don't do much, and also they can't control you. Okay, it's definitely a different energy from pawn number 1. I love it. Pawn number 2 is definitely like, you cannot control me. So we have 6 of Cups here. So your boss could also, oh my gosh, all of a sudden my leg is like falling asleep. Lord, let me adjust. Alrighty, so what I was saying was, pawn number 2, your boss could view you as someone that's very young. All right, and when I'm also getting like, you don't take this job as serious. That's what it is. So it's either you're young or you never took this job serious. You guys could actually work in an environment where, you know, it's seen as a privilege. Like it could be like a state job or, you know, just a high paying company. I don't know. But I do feel like your boss may feel like you're not as grateful as you maybe should be. And, you know, I just hearing that is like, what? Just crazy. But yeah, I do feel like you guys actually are influencing other people around you in the workplace. Like they're noticing, all right, pawn number 2, they're not working as hard. Why should I have to work hard? So it's possible your boss also feel like you are a bad influence for the company. They're like, we don't want people like that. No, because if they realize they don't have to work hard, like who's going to do the work, you know? Yeah, you give the energy like I work my salary. Pay me more if you want me to work more, you know? Like, yeah, you are definitely someone that will not, oh my gosh, yes, thank you, Spirit. So we have 4 of Swords. I was just about to say, you're definitely someone that will not do overtime. You will not come in on your day off. You will not, you know, break your back for your boss. All right. I don't see that. You're definitely someone that also may like to take a lot of breaks. This could be like long breaks as well. So yeah, your boss definitely peeps that. I also pick up on someone maybe sleeping on their like lunch, or if you guys get like 15-30 minutes, like I can see someone taking like a cat nap. So your boss does feel like you are someone that really like, you're not as professional, because that's funny. But I do see that a lot though. I see a lot of people go into their car and take a nap. But you could be someone that might, you know, take a nap right in the office or something like that. So I do pick up on your boss feeling like you're not as professional, but there's this energy of like you don't really care either. Yeah, you don't really care, and it's possible they're like in their heads, oh, it's because they're young. It's because they're young, you know? But no, you're just free-spirited. That's what it is. Scorpio, Leo, Sagittarius, and Libra could be significant. Alright, anything else, Spirit? How does pawn number 2's boss feel about them in this very moment? Also, if any of you guys left the job, I feel like your boss is actually surprised. Yeah, the High Priestess is in the back. I believe they suspected you were going to do this, but they really didn't at the same time, you know? it's like it was evident that you didn't like where you were at. It was evident that, you know, you wanted to leave, but you were maybe there for a while. It was just like, oh, this is just gonna, you know, be their energy. Like they're gonna feel like this every day until they do leave. So I feel like if you did leave, it is a shocker. It is shocking right now. And again, there's something about you influencing other people. So it's possible that you leaving the job may have encouraged others to do the same. Okay. Yeah, it's like, okay, hold on. Oh yeah, Ace of Cups. Absolutely. I feel like your boss actually, I don't know. I don't feel like they really liked you though. And it has to do with your work ethic. You were not the employee that they either thought you were going to be or they are looking for. Okay, so I see that, especially with the Six of Cups here. There's something about like you being free-spirited. You're not really following the rules, but also influencing others. But the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups, I do feel like you gave off a really good vibe in the workplace, like positive energy. Even though you made it, you know, evident that you didn't like this place, there was something still positive and uplifting about you. And there's something that is still, all right, if you are still there, okay? It's like, even though you don't like this place, you're still respectable. You know, like you may say hi to everyone, good morning. You may bring in, you know, I don't know, coffee, drinks, you know, whatever you do. I feel like your boss does see some good aspect about you, okay? But then there's also this other side when it comes to your work. They're like, oh, I don't, you know, pile number 2 does not give their best, you know, when it comes to work, all right? So it's like socially, they view you as someone that's very kind, very positive, but then when it comes again to your work, you are definitely lazy in their eyes. Okay. And this could also talk about like giving up. Like they see you just gave up. Yeah, we got the Page of Cups. So it's definitely a lot of youthful energy here. Some of you guys may have not been there that long. Okay. So, or maybe you're the one that has been there the least. Take it how it resonates with you. Okay. But with the Page of Cups here, I think this is again confirmation on like the innocence that you have. So your energy was very positive in the workforce, the work area. Okay, so some of you guys, again, it could be like the army or something like that. But it almost feels like they feel like your bright energy, you know, how you basically operate wasn't good for the job, if that makes sense. All right. You know how some things, you know, cannot be done by other people. Like, for example, I know like some people cannot work in a retail store because, you know, that's a lot of work, putting clothes back, you know, so they may prefer fast food. You know, there's something like that here. So the kind of job you did, your boss feels like it didn't really match the energy you gave out, like the work ethic that you had. All right, so take it how it resonates. It does feel like you, pile number 2, are someone that you will thrive doing something that you love doing, not something that other people want you to do. So this job could have also been given to you by maybe a family member, or maybe a family member put in a word for you, something like that. With the Six of Cups here, this does feel like family. And that's why I was getting that your boss feels like you don't work the way they thought you would. So I don't know if maybe someone again put in a word for you like, oh, pile number 2 is a good person. And that's true. They see that. Your boss do see that. But then when it comes to your work, they're like, oh no, like this pile calls out a lot, or this pile takes a lot of breaks. This pile, you know, is very slow. You know, they're not at a fast pace. But it's like, you also don't believe in maybe overworking yourself, or again, you're not into the job, so you don't really give it your all, you know? I hope that makes sense. All right, so let's pull one more card, then we're going to end it. Okay. Angels and sisters, spirit guides. What else? Please and thank you for pile number 2. How does their boss feel about them? I also feel like your boss feels like you were someone very, like the way I'm getting something about like your looks. You either look very young or again, you were just someone very pretty, someone very good looking, okay? Because with the Page of Cups here, I'm like seeing this page looking at himself in the mirror. Not even in the mirror, what is it? It was a cup, but it's almost like the reflection. So you definitely could be someone that was just very attractive in the workplace, but you were also very humble and kind. Like I said, like that's what I was getting. I do feel like your boss feels like, again, you do have good qualities about you, but it was something when it came to your energy mixed with the work, energy, it was not compatible. Stuff like that is what I'm getting, okay? 41 could be significant, or like 411 could be significant. That could be like a building number, or like 64, something like that here, or 46. Take it how it resonates. 641. I don't know. I feel drawn to look at these numbers. Yeah, 641. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Any last thank you? So we have seven of Wands, and then we have the Devil card in the back of the deck. So yeah, confirmation with that Devil card. I do feel like your boss did feel like you were someone very attractive, and I say feel like as if this is past tense. So you guys may have left this job, or again, you're in the process of leaving. All right. Some of you guys may have given your 2 weeks. That Four of Swords definitely do feel like, all right, here's my 2 weeks notice. I'm leaving. I don't want to do this no more. All right. So it's possible. That's why you're not, doing your work. You're not giving your all right now, because it's like, nope, I only got 2 weeks left. I only got a week left. I'm done. I'm out of here. So also the Seven of Wands, I feel like there's this energy here of like your boss may feel like they had to kind of fight with you, maybe like to be on top of you, like, hey, like, do your work, or, why are you slacking when it comes to this? Like, I feel like they had to do that a lot with you. All right. And it does feel like you were like a rebel, like you maybe, fought back. All right. You did not let them pressure you too much. Like, I do feel like you were also someone that was very honest with the Page of Cups here. He can be, seen as a little naive and innocent, but I also do feel like you may have been very honest and truthful about maybe how you were feeling or how this job is. So, maybe the things that are happening in the workplace that are not, creating a healthy environment. I do feel like maybe you spoke up about that. All right. So they do feel like your boss does feel like, you were kind of a threat to them. All right. Yeah. And they did not like that, because it basically forced them to have to, I don't know, either do their job or, explain things that maybe they didn't even know how to explain. All right. I do feel like you may have questioned your boss a lot about, the things that happen on in the work area, and they probably didn't want to put up with it. All right. It almost feels like they weren't prepared for that, or they are not prepared to see someone stick up for themselves the way you did, pawn number 2. Like, I do feel like it is like a shock to them, because either you're young, or maybe like, again, there's a family member that works in that area. So it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting for pawn number 2 to be such a rebel, but then there's also these good attributes about you. It's like you may be a rebel, but in a respectable way, like I was getting. So I think I'm gonna end it there. Okay. Yeah, if you left this job, I do feel like they're very shocked. Very, very shocked. And they're very curious what you're doing. All right. And some of you guys are about to leave this job. All right. And work on your own. Yes, I see the Emperor. Yep. Definitely entrepreneur energy in here, and I love it. So I wish you the best of luck. If this resonated with you, pawn number 2, feel free to let me know. I would love to know. With that being said, love and light, and bye-bye. All right. So if you chose pawn number 3, this is your reading, pawn number 3. So let's see. How does your boss feel about you in this moment? So the first thing that I was actually noticing was that hand that's on top of all the other hands. So it's something about her or him standing out to me, versus the other ones. As you can see how they all have like long sleeves on. So I do feel like you could be someone in the work area, maybe like the only female or the only male or the youngest or the oldest. There's something about you being the one that stands out. All right. This could also refer to like nationality. Okay. Take it how it resonates. It could also be maybe the one that don't have kids or maybe the one that do have kids. I don't know, but there's something about you standing out. Okay. But the fact that her hand or his hand is on top of all those hands, I do feel like your boss feels like you're always on top of your work. Like you are a part of the team. I feel like your boss actually really wants you to stay there. So this could be like a job. Maybe you just started. It could be like, you know, maybe 3 months, 6 months into the job, something like that, even 9 months. Okay, I do feel like they want you a part of the team. They do like what you bring to the table. And there's something about you, again, being on top of your work. This is funny because I'm also picking up on like this could have been like an internship job or maybe volunteer work. And then they notice, you know, something about you and they were like, oh no, we want you a part of our team. Or maybe you applied for a position and you got it. Something like that here. But I do feel like you maybe came in as, again, volunteer work or internship. You know, you were not getting paid and now you are in the door and it granted you something. All right. I do see the fact that all these hands, it feels like network as well. I do pick up on you working in an environment where it's probably good for you when it comes to, again, connections. I do feel like you are around really good, like career driven, business oriented individuals. And this is possible. Like it's your boss as well. You know, you may be someone that gets along with your boss. I'm not getting close with your boss, but because it almost feels like there's one hand that should be missing, right? In that right corner. So it's just an energy of like, you know, your boss sees you like, okay, yeah, I want pot number 3 to stay. Like they do good. They're not, you know, late. They're always on time. They do their work. I don't have to be on them. Like, you know, I feel like your boss definitely does admire that. They appreciate that about you. Yeah, and I'm like being drawn to the watch here. So I do feel like even like with your breaks, you time your breaks very well. Okay, they don't have to watch you. All right. All right. So, and also it's something about you being a big help as well. Like you could really be doing some work that is like taking a load off of your boss. All right. Now it's different with this energy versus pot number 1. Pot number 1, I was getting definitely being overworked, but you, pot number 3, it's possible you are overworked, but I do sense some appreciation from your boss. And I wasn't getting that with pot number 1. So I do see that your boss is someone that you could talk to, you know, like when it comes to work related things, and they will try their best to, you know, make you feel comfortable, or maybe if you need a break, they will work with you. I do get the vibe of this. It's very much unity in here, and that's awesome. Honestly, that's very helpful in a work area. Okay. So, like, again, I don't think they're going above and beyond, but I think they are doing their job too. Okay. And I feel like they feel like you are as well. Okay. All right. All of a sudden I'm like tasting chocolate and I did not even eat anything yet. So I don't know if this person likes chocolate, or maybe you like chocolate, or you may be someone that eats a lot of chocolate, something like that here. Like could be like chocolate donuts or something like that. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. That was so random. Oh my gosh, Spirit, Lord. Okay, so let's pull some tarot. Alrighty. So how does pot number 3's boss feel about them in this moment? Yeah, also something about you being very clean. You come to work smelling good. Yeah. You know, your hair is done. Nails clean. Like I'm literally like something about your hygiene. You come to work with good hygiene. All right. well put together. Like the attire and stuff that you wear is well put together. It's professional. I do feel like this is definitely a job where you have to come in with, what do they call it? Like business casual. Yeah. You cannot dress down for this job. At least I don't feel like you can, okay? Maybe your boss is a little, not as strict, a little lenient. All right, Spirit, anything else? How does pawn number 3 is... Okay, thank you. We got 7 of Pentacles and we have the 5 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. Then the King of Pentacles is in the back. Whoa. Wow. Your boss could be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I do feel like you work for a company that definitely makes a lot of money. But it doesn't... this is kind of different now. Okay, so it is very much possible like you work with people that don't really like this job, but they do what they have to do because it's like it provides an income, Like that's why we go to work, right? To get an income coming in, right? So with the 5 of Pentacles though, your boss may feel like you need a promotion, an increase. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I can see that here. The 7 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles, it's like, it feels like they're like, okay, pawn number 3 has been here for more than blah, blah, blah. I think it is time for a raise. I see that they are pushing a raise here. And it is also because maybe some people are leaving because of this. Maybe they're not making enough. So there is talk about a raise. I do see that. Increase, okay? It doesn't feel like it's going to be a big increase, but it's going to be something. Yeah. And I feel like your boss is viewing you as someone that is deserving of making more. Because it seems like you're working in an environment that is not providing enough for you to support yourself or maybe support you and your family. But, you do come in and you do what you have to do, but you're not as, cheerful. You don't, something like that here. Like there is something very bland, but then it's not something that is like affecting your work either. Like you show up to work, you do what you have to do. It's definitely similar to Pile 1. I tell you, it's similar to Pile number 1, but I do feel like there's more appreciation, like I said, from the boss. Some of you guys may have like 2 bosses. You may have, again, like the manager, the supervisor, or assistant, something like that here. I do feel like there is talk about an increase. All right, let's see. And it's possible it's going to be given to certain people. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm seeing something also about someone getting laid off. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles. It feels like there could be talk about like who do we have to let go. But I don't feel like it's about you, because in the beginning I was getting they want you a part of the team. It's possible maybe someone wanted you to leave, but your boss was like, no, we're going to keep Pile 3. Because Pile 3 shows up. They do their work, Something like that here. Yeah, we got the 4 of Wands in reverse. There's definitely something about people wanting to leave because it's not enough money. And you maybe spoke about this because the 4 of Wands came in reverse. So definitely this talks about like that structure, the home life, yeah, like it's definitely not feeling like something you want to do anymore, but you're still doing it because you have things to do. And that does seem like that's the energy in the work area that you work in. All right. Let's see. Rangers, my spirit guys. Anything else for pawn number 3? How does their boss feel about them in this moment? We have the 10 of Swords. Clarifier, the Moon. I do feel like they secretly know that you're not happy. The hangman here, yeah. They know this, and it's possible that's why they're thinking of giving you a promotion or maybe moving you to a different department. I don't know, something about that here, but I do feel like they want you there. Like, I can tell by the hands and stuff, like they want you there. And like there is more understanding when it comes to this boss than I was getting with the other pile. So if you are talking to them about like, hey, like I'm gonna have to leave soon if, you know, because this is not enough to feed my family, this is not enough to feed me, there is talk about, again, increasing pay. So I see that. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a lot, but I do see there is talk about it. Like the 10th, the 18th could be significant. All right, anything else for how? Okay, we have the King of Swords. It's something about you being nonchalant as well. Oh my gosh. Then the Emperor. I feel like your boss likes you, but again, it's more of like, I like how smart pile number 3 is. I like how organized pile number 3 is. I like how they work. I like their style of work. So it's like whatever you do, that's really what's like keeping your boss, you know, admiring you. But again, I just don't feel like there's something going on like behind the scenes. Spirit showing me with this moon here. They're either about to lay someone off or they have to lay people off. Something like that here. But I feel like your boss is going to try to keep you. Like, I see that with the 7 of Pentacles. They're like, no, this pile number 3, they show up, they do give their all. So we're going to put that in this pile that, you know, we can keep. So there is definitely someone selecting who's going to stay, who's going to go. And that's funny. Now I'm seeing this almost like a rock, paper, scissors, shoot. The hands here. That's crazy. All right. So if any of you guys are thinking of going, do what's best for you. But I do see there will be talk about increasing your pay. Some of you, this is not going to be a big increase. Like, it's not. The 5 of Pentacles, it's like it's going to be something, but it's not going to be like extravagant, you know. Yeah, we got the 9 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and then the 7 of Swords. Yeah, they're like picking right now, like picking people. There's something going on behind the scenes here. And they're going based off the progress people are making. Who's working their best? Who's giving their all? You know, something like that. Wow. Any last messages? The 9 of Wands. You are definitely someone also. I pick up on you being social, but then you're also not social as well. Like, I can definitely see you're someone that really operates better doing your work alone, but you still work as a team player when you need to. Like, I hope that makes sense. Okay? Yeah. So your boss sees that about you. So it's like you definitely do what you have to do, you know? And when you want to step away, you do step away. Like, I do see that. You're not afraid to do that. You're not afraid to step out. All right. And we have the Lovers in reverse. This is just confirming again, like, they appreciate you, but it's nothing like more than that. Like, I these boss energies it's always like that with these kind of readings, but I feel like they again appreciate you, but it's not like, oh, you know, you're my daughter or you're my son, like that kind of relationship. Okay, I feel like that's what the Lovers reverse is saying. Yeah, it's almost like professional, you know, how you have to be professional in a workplace. There's something like that here. So you are professional. Your boss does see that between you and them, and also between you and your team. But that's it. Like, there's no love for the job. The Lovers reverse, that's what it's saying. There's no love for the job. All right. Yeah. Very nonchalant, very mellow, but then again, also when you got to do what you got to do, all right, I'll do it. You know, you don't fight. You don't really resist. You know what I mean? So I think that's all I'm getting. But I do, wow, it's like all the piles I was getting leaving. Oh my gosh. So it's either you're going to just leave eventually, like you're going to get tired of it, you know, because it doesn't feel like they're paying you enough. And I do see you just kind of, you know, hey, I think I'm going to go now. I thank you for the experience. Like there's something about you still being professional about it. Okay. And your boss does see that. They do see you, you know, kind of withdrawn a little bit. All right. So I hope that made sense. I feel like this was a little all over the place, pile number 3, but let me know if it did. I wish you love and I wish you light.